Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Urdu Seekhiye. This is a follow-up segment to episode 18, in which we mentioned the extended oblique case of personal pronouns in Urdu. So let me start by saying that I spent a lot of time trying to first understand the oblique case and the extended oblique case myself. And even though I know when to use it because I've grown up around Urdu speakers and I just have an ear for it, I don't know how to explain its use. And though I can't thoroughly explain it, I can provide tons of examples. So first, let's start off with pronouns to make sure we're on the same page. Examples of subject pronouns are I, you, he or she. So that's मैं, आप, ये or वो. Please make sure to download the handout for episode 18 to see the complete list in Urdu. Let's also take a quick second to understand what object pronouns are. That's me, him, her, it. So on the handout, the subject pronouns fall under the nominative case and the object pronouns fall under the oblique case. Here are a few simple sentences that use object pronouns. Saima wrote a letter. So Saima is the subject and letter is the object. Now I could easily replace letter with the object pronoun it. So it becomes Saima wrote it. Saima wrote it translates to Ise Saima ne likha. Ise Saima ne likha. So where is ise on our handout? It's under the extended oblique case. So what that chart is saying is that you can either say isko or ise. They're basically the same. But in speech, people tend to use the extended oblique case. So, isko Saima ne likha or ise Saima ne likha mean the same, and both are correct. Next we have, I gave her a present. मैंने उसे तोहफा दिया. मैंने उसे तोहफा दिया. So I is the subject pronoun and her is our object pronoun. So in Urdu, the object pronoun her becomes use. Let's take a look at one more. Adnan showed them the room. Adnan ne unhe kamra dikhaya. Adnan ne unhe kamra dikhaya. So them becomes unhe. So in sentences with object pronouns, we use the extended oblique case. Okay, so it's relatively easy to understand when and how to use the extended oblique case when it comes to object pronouns. But then there are other situations in which you would also use the extended oblique case of pronouns, which are not as easy, for me anyway, to explain. For example, in the latest episode, episode 18, we had the sentence, मुझे 1 घंटे में उठना है. I have to get up in an hour. Let's take a look at a few more sentences that use the extended oblique case before diving into each sentence in more detail. So in episode 7, we had मुझे भूख नहीं लगी है. मुझे भूख नहीं लगी है. I'm not hungry. Then in episode 8, we had मुझे हर किस्म का गोश्त पसंद है. I like all types of meat. Also in episode 8, we have मुझे खानी पड़ेगी एक दिन. And that means I'll have to eat it one day, or I'll have to try it one day. And in that same episode, we provided 3 additional examples of how to say whether you know or don't know how to do something. मुझे गाड़ी चलाना नहीं आता है. I don't know how to drive a car. मुझे टायर बदलना नहीं आता है. I don't know how to change a tire. मुझे साइकिल चलाना आता है. I know how to ride a bike. And then in episode 11, we say, मुझे गर्मी बहुत पसंद है. आपको गर्मी पसंद है? मुझे गर्मी बहुत पसंद है. आपको गर्मी पसंद है? So in the first chart on the handout, we see only the oblique case of each of the personal pronouns. In the second chart, we see the oblique case plus the ko. And what the second chart is saying is that when you have the oblique case plus go, it can also be said using the extended oblique case. So in our first sentence, I could say, मुझे 1 घंटे में उठना है, or मुझको 1 घंटे में उठना है. So when speaking, the extended oblique case is more often used, and that's what you should use. So we start off with मैं, which turns to मुझ, which turns to मुझको, and that's the same as मुझे. Same with तू, it turns to तुझ, which turns to तुझको, which is the same as तुझे. ये turns to is, and is turns to इसको, which is the same as इसे, and so on and so forth. So what I would love to do is tell you a rule that allows you to figure out when to use the extended oblique case instead of the nominative case, but I can't. But again, what I can do is go over tons of examples in which we use the extended oblique case and maybe come up with some scenarios for when to use it. And for those of you listening who happen to know when and how to use the extended oblique case of pronouns, let us know. Or if you see that I've clearly missed something, let me know. Okay, so let's take a look at our examples. First, we had मुझे 1 घंटे में उठना है. मुझे 1 घंटे में उठना है means I have to get up in an hour. To say he or she has to get up in an hour, you would say इसे 1 घंटे में उठना है. So you would use इसे if that person is in the room or nearby. You would use उसे if the person isn't around, isn't close by. उसे 1 घंटे में उठना है. So that's he or she has to get up in an hour. How would you say they have to get up in an hour? That would be उन्हें 1 घंटे में उठना है. उन्हें 1 घंटे में उठना है. Okay, so my gut tells me that whenever you talk about an obligation, something that you have to do, you will likely use the extended oblique case of pronouns. So let's see if we can do another example. मुझे खानी पड़ेगी एक दिन. And that means I'll have to eat it one day, or I'll have to try it one day. This sentence, the context in which this sentence was said was, I think Humaira had said that I make an amazing palak paneer. And I responded, oh, mujhe khani padegi ek din. Like, I'll have to try it one day. And even though I'm expressing a statement of pleasure, it's tied to obligation. Like, I'll have to try it one day, even though I'm happy to try it one day. So that's why you would use the extended oblique case, mujhe. So if I wanted to say, you will have to try it one day, how would I say that? I would say, तुम्हें खानी पड़ेगी एक दिन. Like maybe I want you to try a dish of mine. Then I would say, तुम्हें खानी पड़ेगी एक दिन. You'll just have to try it one day. So the first scenario in which you should use the extended oblique case of pronouns is to talk about obligation. And I'm going to extend that further onto desires. So when you talk about obligations and desires, that's when you would use the extended oblique case of pronouns. So let's take a look at an example of a sentence that expresses a desire. Let's say I want to say, we want to go to London. I'd say, हमें लंदन जाना है. हमें लंदन जाना है. Let's do one more. Let's say that I want to say, they want to drink tea. I'd say, उन्हें चाय पीनी है. उन्हें चाय पीनी है. So when speaking of obligations, things that you have to do, and when talking about desires, things that you want to do, you use the extended oblique case of pronouns. Our next sentence was from episode 7. मुझे भूख नहीं लगी है. We'll come back to that because I can't really tie it to a scenario. Next, we have the group of 3 sentences. मुझे गाड़ी चलाना नहीं आता है. I don't know how to drive a car. So if I wanted to say, she doesn't know how to drive a car, I'd say, उसे गाड़ी चलाना नहीं आता है. And that's if she's not around. If she's around, like she's in the same room and I'm referring to her, then I'd say, इसे गाड़ी चलाना नहीं आता है. And just to throw in another sentence from episode 12, we said, ये मुझे नहीं पता. That means, that I don't know. Or, I don't know that. So if you wanted to say, that we don't know. Or, we don't know that. How would you say it? You would say, ये हमें नहीं पता. ये हमें नहीं पता. So although I didn't go over all the 3 sentences, the structure is the same, right? मुझे something नहीं आता है, or मुझे something आता है. So the last sentence was, मुझे साइकिल चलाना आता है, which means I know how to ride a bike. So आता है or नहीं आता है is used when you want to express that you know how to do something or you don't know how to do something. पता है or नहीं पता है is used to talk about when you just know something or you don't know something. Another way to say that you know or don't know something is to use the verb मालूम होना. So if I wanted to say, I know your name, I would simply say, मुझे आपका नाम मालूम है. Or मुझे आपका नाम पता है. Or if I want to be less formal, I would say, मुझे तुम्हारा नाम मालूम है. Or मुझे तुम्हारा नाम पता है. And with this same example, if I wanted to say, he knows my name, what would I say? I would say, उसे मेरा नाम मालूम है. उसे मेरा नाम मालूम है. And that brings us to our second scenario for when we use the extended oblique case of pronouns in Urdu. So scenario 2 is when you talk about knowing something or knowing how to do something, or not knowing something and not knowing how to do something. That's also when we use the extended oblique case. Moving on, the other example for episode 8 was मुझे हर किस्म का गोश्त पसंद है. And that means I like all types of meat. If I wanted to say, he likes all types of meat, I would say, उसे हर किस्म का गोश्त पसंद है. Let's say they. How would I say they like all kinds of meat? उन्हें. उन्हें हर किस्म का गोश्त पसंद है. And another example in that same episode was मुझे गर्मी बहुत पसंद है. आपको गर्मी पसंद है? That means I really like warm weather or hot weather. Then we ask, आपको गर्मी पसंद है? Which means, do you like hot weather? So instead of saying, I like hot weather, if I wanted to say, they like hot weather, how would I say that? You would say, उन्हें गर्मी पसंद है. उन्हें गर्मी पसंद है. And if I wanted to ask, does she like hot weather? How would I ask that? I'd ask, उसे गर्मी पसंद है? उसे गर्मी पसंद है? And of course, if you want to leave no doubt that you're asking a question, then you'd start with the word क्या. क्या उसे गर्मी पसंद है? Does she like hot weather? So, उसे would be she or he or it. And that's our third scenario in which we use the extended oblique case. When you talk about liking something, pasand hona. And finally, there are all the other sentences which I can't seem to put into a neat group and call it a scenario. For example, in episode 13, we had the sentence, वो मुझे बार-बार कहता है कि मुझे देर हो गई. He tells me again and again that I'm late. Now, if we wanted to change that up and say, I tell them again and again that they're late, that would be, मैं उन्हें बार-बार कहती हूँ कि उन्हें देर हो गई. मैं उन्हें बार-बार कहती हूँ कि उन्हें देर हो गई. And coming back to the example that I skipped earlier, मुझे भूख नहीं लगी है. मुझे भूख नहीं लगी है. This means I'm not hungry. So to say you are not hungry, you could say तुझे भूख नहीं लगी है, or तुम्हें भूख नहीं लगी है. तुझे is the pronoun I might use with my younger brother, but तुम्हें is a bit more formal, and I might use that with a close friend or significant other. While for my parents, I would say आपको भूख नहीं लगी है. So तुझे, तुम्हें, and आपको all mean you. So even though I don't have much of an idea why the extended oblique case of pronouns is being used in these last two sentences, I think it has to do with the verbs hona and lagna. So I'd love to hear from you if you see some sort of pattern or see that I've completely overlooked something. Feel free to share your thoughts in the discussion board for episode 18. And before I let you go, I want to remind you that we are working on creating a private Urdu online community. The next 50 folks to fill out our survey on our website, urduseekhiye.com/survey, will get a free invitation to the online community. We still have several spots open, so please fill out the short survey to let us know why you're learning Urdu and to get a free invitation to our online community. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time, Khuda Hafiz.